to turn that music down, Stroufy, Chrissy, whoever's running the show right now. Keep the vibes flowing. Ben Brust here literally alongside Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman. We're sitting in a row next to each other.
Too close.
Yeah,
I kind of like it. I kind of like being shoulder to shoulder. I feel closer.
I can't make eye contact with you guys without cricking my neck.
Yeah, even on a remote broadcast, I feel like we have a little bit more space. But in here, it just is hot. We're in a room. I feel like I'm in a prison, locked up.
We're about as close as
Don't
you could
let
be.
Me out.
If we were at Pfizer Forum or American Family Field watching a game together in the stands, that's how close.
But
we
you're
are
not
right now.
talking for 3 hours like that, Brad. It's very different. Y'all breath is hot. I know my breath stank. I just ate food. I don't feel.
I actually agree. I just had coffee, and I'm very self-aware right now.
Get over
very
it.
self-aware
We're
with
three
Kyle right
dudes
here.
in a small studio right now. It's going to be okay.
And then on top of that, me and Brad are sharing the same headset thing, and I can barely hear. Is this okay to turn up?
That's plenty.
It's about Brad. It's not about you, Kyle.
I'm just saying I can barely hear you guys. It's a struggle.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin until 3 o'clock. Brewers spring training on 94.5 ESPN. So we'll be streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee the entire show. And with Madison until 4 o'clock as per usual. 844-770-3776. Is that right, Chrissy? Are we doing that today?
I believe, yes, Strouf is still taking the calls out of Milwaukee.
Oh, if he's taking the calls out of Milwaukee,
I'm
800.
Hold on. Got it backwards. Got it backwards.
She trying to get us our video. She trying to get all this. You throwing a light at her. You can't even see her.
This is part of being a producer.
This is your hazing, Ben.
Here we go.
Hazing Ben is back. I thought
Do
that was
your
bad.
job.
No. This was in the content schedule since Monday. I've been talking about it since Monday. From 2 to 3, we're across all markets. From 3 to 4, we're talking to Madison on the radio and on YouTube everywhere else. And so the expectation is the communication amongst everyone on the back end should be crisp, clean, and connected.
Hey, I blame
thought
Jesse
HR
Nelson's
banned
School of Hard Rocks for this one.
There we go.
Response,
See?
Chrissy.
She's got it. She's got it.
She
She's
understands
got
what to do.
it. You'll see our beautiful faces on this Weedman Wednesday on YouTube in just a second.
Why do I always have to sit in the middle?
You know why?
Because you're the smallest.
Because
Everyone, you're the female dog here.
Oh, wow.
well,
When you yell not blank, like when you're racing to the back seat.
Yeah.
Or racing the car.
Yeah,
You lose every time me and Brad.
I see.
but you know why I feel no remorse putting you in the middle, Kyle?
Why is that?
Because on day one, we walked into the main studio, and you took the better seat.
That's not what happened.
We're there 90% of the time. And Kyle Wallace has the better seat in the studio, so I feel no guilt. Whenever I go to a remote, a side studio, I take an outer flank and put Kyle in the middle.
You know what, Brad? You need to tell the true story. I asked you. I said, Brad, do you want to sit here or sit there? You said, well,
Second place, Brad. It's second place things.
wherever you want. I mean, I'm good. You can sit wherever you want. I said, all right, cool. And I got the nice seat.
No, but that's the occasion where, you go out to eat with somebody, and then you offer to pay and say, no, I couldn't. And then you say, oh, yes. There's got to be a back and forth of deferring the benefit.
I
You
know-
didn't do any of that. You just took it.
Mama and Papa didn't raise no fool. You gave me the go ahead, and I took it.
And now you're the middle seat guy every time we're on remote or in this side studio. Now we have some business to get to here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 844-770-3776 is the temporary talk and text line for the day. If you do happen to text the 800 number, I will see those texts. So you just do as you please. I don't think we have any caller-driven segments today for prizes. So just do whatever you want. We'll get you on the air somehow. But that being said, Alex Strouf, test. How are you, bud?
Not well.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Is he doing that badly?
He's licking the wounds already.
Licking the wounds. What happened?
Kyle doesn't know.
I don't want to leave it out.
We can set it up
Controversy.
while we
Give
work on getting
controversy.
Strouf on the air. So the deal was, since we're all very excited to be at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Sportsbook from 2 to 5 on
tomorrow.
Thursday
Yeah.
and Friday.
Yeah.
The deal was, if Strouf ran a sub-6 40-yard dash.
Under six.
Under 6.
Under
Sub-6.
six.
You remember?
That's how you remember it?
You remember? I said
Sub-6. That means he had to run under 6.
under 6.
So
seconds.
5.99.
5.99 or below. And so Brad and I went down with Madison Hayes, 24, who handles socials and helps with Madison, helps with Milwaukee, and she did some recording, and Brad and I looked at Strouf, and we're like, all right, he still doesn't know what he's doing. He's stretching. He doesn't know how to stretch. He's working on getting off the block.
Brad, you were supposed to work with him.
Okay,
I did.
So that's a great point because I was like, wait a second. I thought Brad taught you how to get off the block.
I took it as a personal failure. The fact that
times two.
So I coached him up after the show. I said, Strouf, I want to coach you up. So he reminded me. He grabbed me after the show. I said, Brad, what do I got to know? I said, Strouf, it's all about the get off, right? Once as you get going, you're moving, but you got to get the get off right. We can easily shave that 3/4 of a second off. So I tell him he's got to put the weight in his left leg, got to load it, and then send that left arm forward.
It was
like
good
this,
training.
Objectively. Let's go.
You know what he wasn't able to do? Take the load that he was putting in his lower body and transport it to the front of his body.
You could transfer it away, huh?
It was like one of those old cranks. You got to crank it up to
Wait
get
a minute.
it
Wait a minute. Is there a video of this?
I don't know if Strouf has it for the stream or if Chrissy does, but we will get it up.
Oh, my gosh. So he couldn't simply just use the inertia and move one leg and the opposite arm to all go up at the same time and drive off?
It was like the first 5 yards was quicksand. It was like he was fucking quicksand.
Come on now.
No, we ain't a lie. We watched it. There will be video. You'll see. It's so painful. I'm like, burst.
Yeah.
Burst. Do something. Get off the block.
Once as he got to
goes
15
backwards.
yards, he was moving, but we just couldn't get him going.
His first 10-yard split is awful.
Yeah, there was no explosion off the blocks. But he was stretching. He was trying to get his mind right. There was nerves. I was nervous. I was nervous for him because I want Strouf to be there with us. And what do you know?
In comes Alex Strouf to our side studio to join the show. Alex,
All right, don't swear. I don't have a dump button here.
It was that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Off the block, it was bad.
Off the block was not my best work.
You were flying once you got to that 20-yard mark.
Oh,
You were flying.
Flying?
I'll tell you what.
Strouf was flying?
Good
Strouf,
improvements were made, Kyle. Good improvements were made. Is this where we reveal?
Let's reveal it.
So we did attempt one. We gave him 2 tries, Kyle.
When did we negotiate that?
We didn't, but Brad and I felt like there was enough user error on the stopwatch.
Because we were using our phones. We're using the iPhone.
We don't
Well, the phone is actually a benefit
Kyle,
to the sprinter because you have to
keep in
react
mind.
to when you move.
Keep in mind. User error. Admitting right now. They are admitting right now user error.
Wait.
Just keep that in mind for when it comes later.
How can all you got to do is start and
User
stop?
error.
Just let us get there. Just slow down. It's going to be okay, Kyle. You're going to laugh at the end result, I promise. 6.12 on my first attempt.
Pathetic.
6.20 on Brad's first attempt.
Okay, Brad's
So I
a
was like,
slow.
all right, because we might have been off on our first attempt live.
He's still off. I mean,
He's still
wasn't
off.
even close.
So we were like, because he wasn't close, we're like, all right, let's give him a second chance just because it make him feel better. And then I thought I nailed it. I was like, you know what? I hit the timer right when he crossed 6.06 seconds.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that's Ben's. Don't listen to Ben.
Mine read 6.00.
Oh, the dot!
Exactly.
On the
we
dot.
have proof on the video. I clicked it. I showed it in that moment. It was 6.00 seconds on the dot. On the dot. So now we're left.
You're so slow.
Hey, Kyle, do you hear sub 6 and 6.00?
I don't hear a sub 6 and 6.0.
Here, give me that to show the fans.
Strouf, you lose at this. You know why you lose at this? Is because there is something called, like you said, human error. And so what it is when you run a 40-yard dash hand time, you have to specify between electric and hand time because hand time, there's human error.
Couple things.
Because they start after you start.
Brad's face is so good in this.
I mean, disbelief. I wanted so badly for Strouf.
I believe they stopped the timer late. Both times.
No.
Oh, wow.
No. You think this guy?
Are you
bro.
calling it
We're now
this guy?
We also agreed to take the average of what the 2 scores were.
Oh, wow.
So the fact
Still
that you're
lose.
now trying to get sub 5 with the averages being
Sub 6.
above. Well,
Which I was. I was sub 6.
You were not sub 6.
Watch the tape. Watch the tape. Time the tape. You will tell you I'm sub 6.
Wow. Are you saying pull up
5.92.
the film?
We got to go to the film. 5.92.
Who's going to the
recorded
film?
that?
I went to the film. 5.92.
And then you recorded your
Where's
own?
the film for KBN Nation right now on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison? Now,
I
to the
have
radio
decided-
audience, it's just words.
I have decided that now is not the right time to release the film to the public yet.
So he needs to doctor the footage.
Similarly to the White House, sometimes you got to have an internal investigation before you release the files.
Oh,
Why
my
did you go to
God.
the White House?
I don't know. I was just listening to Kyle.
Oh, you listened to me today?
The truth, yeah.
Well, thank
Listen to
you.
the brain.
Caveman Corey says 6.0 deserves a cold beer. We can get you cold beer, but you can't come to Pato.
Well, you can get me a cold beer at Pato because I will see you there because my improvement was what we looked for. We looked to shave off 0.28, and I did.
See,
You said on the record. You said on the record he has to shave off 0.28, which equals 6.00. I did it.
Sure, but the ultimate thing that we said is sub 6 points. I know.
5.92.
But my favorite part about this, guys, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, is I knew that Strouf wasn't going to do his job on purpose because there's audio in which a producer would normally go back and say, here's what we agreed to. But he knows that in that audio, we specifically say sub 6. So now he's not utilizing
that audio doesn't exist.
Exactly. It's stricken from the record. I'll go find it.
I've never seen somebody just pushing and working so hard to get below a 6. Brother, a 6 is pathetic.
Alex Desperate Strouf.
I have a pitch.
What pitch do you have? You had an opportunity.
Give him 30 seconds. That's it. 30 seconds.
So between the hours of 4 and 5 o'clock tonight, what do we got going on?
Do you not even know what we have planned? We're YouTube only on ESPN Milwaukee.
We're YouTube only.
We are doing a bracket battle royale mascot style.
What are you suggesting? I mean,
because we love this idea. The idea of a grizzly versus a badger and like finding the mascot that's going to win the national title.
That makes me sad because the Badgers are going to lose this.
Yeah, it's fine. I want to know what the best mascot is.
What are you suggesting?
Give me a third attempt.
No. Sorry, bud.
I kind of want to see it.
I want to see it too.
Because to me,
I wasn't there.
Why do you?
I wasn't here for the try. Hey, this kid ain't going.
Maybe I'm soft. But maybe I know you're soft. Strouf, but tie goes to the runner. This is the equivalent of a tie, and he is the runner.
No,
6 flat.
Tie goes to the runner.
You have to be sub 6. What are you talking about?
What if I let you time it?
What if you let me time? I'll time it. Yeah, let's do it. I'll time
cheat
it.
though.
I have no reason to cheat. Strouf, I love you.
I love you, but I have every reason to cheat.
No, if you come, you come. I have an issue with this. Strouf comes upstairs. I have no reason to cheat whatsoever. What did I say?
Just keep on going.
So
whenever you say, what did I say? Don't ask what did I say. Just keep on going.
You can monitor the dump button again.
Yeah, get out of here.
Are we going to let him run again?
We should.
No, you guys can go. I'm doing a mascot bracket challenge with YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee.
But what if we let that go 45 minutes? In the final 15 minutes, he runs.
How are we going to take equipment out there to stream all this live?
We got a phone. You just put it on vMix and on a phone, and then we'll have other people.
You guys go do that. I'm doing a bracket mascot challenge.
No, I mean,
for an hour?
Yeah, there's 4 brackets. The East, West, South, Midwest.
So you know how embarrassing this was, though? Strouf came back upstairs, and he didn't tell me what his time was. But he came back upstairs, and I'm like, brother, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting so tired? He said, I just ran 80 yards. I said, you're exhausted running 80 yards? Yeah, I'm a little bit more out of shape than I thought. I said, this is incredible. Like, I understand running a 40-yard dash. It can be like, in that point, you're tired.
Burst.
Yeah, it is a burst.
Carry over an hour.
All you do is literally you put your hands on your head, get some water, and you're fine. By the time you should walk upstairs and put your clothes. Did he have clothes on?
Oh yeah, he changed.
Okay.
And by the way, Kyle, when he changed, I was like, he ain't getting this.
Yeah.
He was wearing boxers. He doesn't have athletic spandex.
Yeah.
He doesn't have running shoes. He doesn't have athletic gear.
Right, why
he was
do you put
wearing
your
a cotton T-shirt.
Oh,
it was very.
That in itself flapping in the wind. He could have been sub 6 if he didn't dress like an idiot.
Not aerodynamic
how swimmers shave and are bald because they need to shave off every second in the water.
Yeah, Strouf is embarrassed.
He's just not committed. He wants to find his way to Pato, but he didn't commit himself to getting sub 640.
Yeah, I knew yesterday when we asked him what he was doing to get ready. He said, I'm ready.
As you can see on YouTube and as you hear us, it is Weedman Wednesday on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. You want that lush green, beautiful-looking yard where your neighbors walk by and say, oh, wow. I want some of that. Well, guess what? You can have that by going to weedman.com to get 50% off your first service. 50% off. Wow. Weedman.com. Get your quote, get 50% off that first service, and you'll have a spiffy-looking lawn like Kyle, Brad, and myself will have because we couldn't pass up what Weedman has to offer.
The Weedman coming. I was so excited to tell people.
I need me some Weedman. My lawn is brown right now. It's a lot of brown on the estate.
I specifically have Saturday morning blocked off to pick up all the dog poop, unbury the time capsule, and get rid of all the leaves before the weed man.
Yeah, I thought maybe some of the leaves would just die in the winter.
No, they didn't go anywhere.
Not the case.
They didn't go anywhere. The Packers signed a guy yesterday. I refuse to call this person by name because I don't even think he's going to be on the roster at the start of the year. Packers signed somebody. You happy? I won't say his name. It's on the YouTube title. I'm sure Kyle and Brad will let you know, but the Packers signed a guy, and I'm not falling for it. Not that there's anything to fall for. It's just, look, ultimately, I understand you have to build a roster and bring in guys. It doesn't mean they're going to be on the team. Everyone does it, but just kind of a slap in the face when you need a real receiver, and the Packers just got a guy. So we talk about that guy next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm not Mr. Education. I think that's very clear.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not anti-education. I'm not very educated. And is that fair?
That's fair.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Drum roll, please.
Carbless is here with refreshing new flavors. Introducing their Tropical Bliss Variety Pack. Let the summertime flavors of blood orange, watermelon, raspberry, and grapefruit whisk you away from the winter blues. New flavors, same great Carbless perks. Every handcrafted cocktail still has 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and just 100 calories. Find the Tropical Bliss Variety Pack in store wherever Carbless is sold and enjoy your winter passport to paradise. Grab a pack today and discover why Bliss is more with Carbless.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Staying on Wisconsin sports never stops with the Jump Around podcast.
I think this team can make a run and win games in the tournament. Why? Number one, they defend without fouling. Number two, they don't turn the ball over. Number three, they are fundamentally sound at everything they do. And so I like this team to win games.
The Jump Around podcast with Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias. Streaming live every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live is back. March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Join Thanasis Adetokounmpo for a live show that's sure to entertain like none other. Last year it was a surprise appearance from ESPN's Stephen A. Smith. You never know what Thanasis has planned for 2025. Get your tickets to Thanalysis Live right now. Visit ESPN Madison on Twitter for event and ticket info. It's Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live, presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and Carbless. Also supported by the Prisoner Wine Company and McDonald's.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only met, but let's pretend it's love. And never stop for anyone.
No second chances for Alex Strouf. He got his second chance as he was running the 40-yard dash. He needed to hit sub 6 seconds on his 40-yard dash in order to go to Potawatomi Casino Hotel with us on Friday.
He won't be there.
Do you think we should give him another chance? I kind of want to. Maybe I'm just finding every excuse to try to get him to Pato.
Yeah, why? You're a competitor. He isn't going to do it. He can't get off the starting block, and he doesn't know how to run.
Yeah, the starting block thing, I don't see that fixing in the last, 6 hours. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a struggle for him. He's never going
to... Just ran the tape
Kyle,
again.
Because we got to...
Yeah, also talking to your mic, please. No, his mic is not working.
Can you hear him at all? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's what I figured.
But I just ran the tape again. 5-8-7.
How do you know when you cross the finish line?
And we don't
because
exactly
you can see the finish line.
We might have to pull the tape up, and we all might have to start the clock. We might have to time him based on the film.
Stop trying to find excuses.
No, I watched that film, and you barely can see when he actually starts. Stop trying to time the film, Strouf. You can barely see where yourself starts and stops. And so we're gonna go out there. We're gonna give you one last try because I want to be there to laugh at you in your face. So we're gonna.
I don't want to be there.
I want to do it one last time so all the KBN Nation can see him not run through the line. Him run like a weirdo.
I guess you know what.
Rescind my offer. I ran under a 6-second 40. I rescind my offer.
All right, well, you're not coming. You're not coming.
You're doing it our way, the way we aligned it to be. We're not changing rules.
Who made you the official scorekeeper for this, buddy? We're the official scorekeeper. You don't get to dictate what your time is.
You didn't even remember it was happening. You don't get a say in this.
I'm a busy man. What can I say? Didn't nobody tell me? I forgot.
Well, nobody told me, but I forgot. So somebody did told me, but I forgot.
Nobody reminded me.
So the Packers signed a guy, and yeah, I mean, I almost slipped. I said I wasn't going to say his name.
I'll say it for you. Mecole Hardman.
Why'd you say it, Mecole?
What's
Mecole?
That's
man.
Mecole.
Brad.
Mecole. How else?
This is like Kyle saying groin.
Groin.
Mecole Hardman.
Mecole.
How do you know?
Kyle, it's better. Mecole Hardman.
Hardman.
How do you know what syllable to emphasize? How do you know it's not Mecole?
He's been in the NFL for 7 years. He caught a pass to win the Super Bowl.
So?
You should probably know his name.
Yeah.
You should know his name because he's a Green Bay Packer now. Woo.
Will he be a needle-moving Green Bay Packer?
Come on.
42 catches for 330 yards his last 2 years as Justin chimes in.
2 years combined?
Last year, he was 95 yards.
On 12 catches. Listen, fellas.
He's going to be a kick returner. Keyshawn Nixon's cornerback one. Yeah, everyone's got their wish, baby.
Even that, though, I mean, like, when this signing came down and I saw Packers sign wide receiver, I was like, oh, boy, let's brace. And it was Mecole Hardman. Am I saying it right? Like, I knew, and we knew, Goody was like a thrifter, right? We know he's searching for deals. He's going through the DVD bin. I thought he was at Goodwill. He's at a garage sale.
Yeah.
He is more at a garage sale than he is at any other thrift store.
In a bad neighborhood.
He is deep thrifting in a bad neighborhood. That's exactly right. And so, whenever he scoops
he found Mecole.
You can't expect it. You can't expect it to work, right? You can't expect it to work because you go to a garage sale, it's $2, you pick it up, you get home, it's likely not even going to work.
Yeah, my issue with this is the Packers keep playing in our face. That's what they're doing. Goody keep playing in our face, right? Because there's two things.
He had to
no.
He
didn't have to do that. He could have just drafted at this point.
He brought in Devin Funchess. He brought in Sammy Watkins.
And how did that work out?
Beautiful story right there.
I'm just saying.
How did that work out?
But like all teams bring in guys that might not be on the roster.
No, the Packers rarely do it, and then when they do it, they bring scrubs. And this is my issue that I have. This signing, whatever, we'll see what comes of it. But there's a lot of things that we should get from this. There's two things that I believe that we get out of this. Is that this means, A, that Keyshawn Nixon, as you said, Ben, is finally getting his shot to be cornerback one, which in my perspective, isn't a good thing because Keyshawn Nixon is not cornerback number one. Yeah. And so this just means Goody is basically obliging to that, saying, hey, you know what? Keyshawn, he performed well enough last year where I'm going to allow him to go out there and compete to be number one so he can go up against a Justin Jefferson, so he can go up against a DJ Moore, so he can go up against a Amon-Ra St. Brown, so he can go up against a guy like a T. Higgins or a guy like just a legit wide receiver. He is not in the same class as a cornerback to be going up against those guys. But guess what? Our general manager just signaled to us that, you know what? Hey, I believe in Keyshawn Nixon, so let me bring in Mecole Hardman because we need to have a guy on special teams because we don't want our CB1 on special teams. But B, the other thing that it did, it showed us that he's probably not interested in drafting a cornerback, in a wide receiver early. That should be disappointing, especially to somebody like you.
Just because they bring in Mecole Hardman doesn't change your mindset.
He's not going to draft a wide receiver in the first round.
Since I'm not saying
he's not a wide receiver one, so how does it?
No, he's because
put finality
I'm playing the numbers game. Is he really going to carry 7 wide receivers?
Well, I mean,
it doesn't mean Mecole Hardman has to be on the roster.
Malik Heath or Bo Melton.
See, that's the problem. I'm just concerned and nervous that this means that the Green Bay Packers are thinking about running it back, that they believe they have the proper numbers, they have the proper guys in the wide receiver room, and all they need to do is find somebody to replace who? Christian Watson until he gets healthy. So to me, he's thinking about how can I replace Christian, whereas he should be thinking, how can I find me a number one? He thinks there's a number one inside the room, and now he's found the guy to replace Christian Watson, and that's why I think it is a problem. He believes he has cornerback number one with Keyshawn Nixon, and he believes he has wide receiver number one with either Tay Wicks, Romeo Doubs, and Jaden Reed, and that should be alarming to Packers fans.
Wow, if that is the takeaway, and there's any truth to that, that's a trifecta of pain. You sign Hardman.
Kyle's gone from so far to the I love the Packers. I love everything they do to what the damn hell.
Yeah, if we are slotting Nixon as cornerback one, somebody in the room as wide receiver one, and Mecole Hardman being a fixture of maybe
ESPN taking a big jump,
then holy cow, then that is this is a bad day for Green Bay Packers.
This guy was you think he just signed Mecole Hardman because he really wanted him? No, he looked at the roster, he understood he missed Christian Watson, and he understands football, and he says, listen, we need a guy that could potentially stretch the field. He got a speedster, but the problem is he got a speedster that has not been able to consistently deliver over the last couple seasons. This is a problem. Now, is this a terrible signing? Not a terrible signing. It's just a meh. It's an underwhelming signing. That's exactly what we've seen. A lot of underwhelming signings. Our guy Goody is a guy who's obviously okay with C's get degrees. He's not trying to be an overachiever getting A's. That's my problem with free agency.
On the Carbless Talking text line, a lot of Kyle love today, which is weird. Justin is so with Kyle. How do we not look at the last 8 years of evidence with Goody in the wide receiver position and think he takes a wide receiver high? He did take Christian Watson almost as a glorified first-round pick.
Ain't no such thing as a glorified first-round pick. Brad was a glorified fourth-round pick then.
Hey. I mean, you're right. But if Goody looks at this and feels any level of completion with the wide receiver room, that's malpractice. That's criminal in roster building. This changes nothing on my stance that Goody will take a wide receiver in round one. It's the most incomplete room on the whole team.
You think Goody's going to cut any of his boys? He got Bo Melton and Malik Heath on this roster because he loves those guys.
Those guys have zero roster safety.
Okay, you say that
Malik
now. Bo Melton's so good on special teams. Malik Heath will make tackles on special teams. I'm telling you, that's going to be the conversation. I'm just telling y'all this right now. I am mentally and physically, because a lot of times when the Packers make these decisions, it all of a sudden makes me just feel this nasty feeling in my chest and my stomach. I have mentally prepared myself for the Packers to draft a wide receiver in the 3rd or 4th round. That's what I'm mentally preparing myself for, because they feel
I'm glad you're starting to set expectations lower so that you can be happy when he does something outside.
You know what?
Because you started to believe that this was going to be the off season of Kyle.
I did. I got a vacation coming up around the draft time, so you know what? The last thing I want to do is be all mad in a bad mood when I'm on vacation. So you know what,
Goody? Draft expectations.
Yeah.
low.
So Goody, you know what? Go ahead, draft draft a D lineman that has an incredible RAS score, or didn't play and didn't start a lot of snaps, or didn't play a lot of snaps in college, but has a lot of great potential, or a guy like a Rashawn Gary who was a number one guy coming out of high school but never really came around, but you know what? You feel like you have the coaches to develop him. Go ahead, do it. Let's get another developmental project so 3 years from now we can be talking about, okay, year 3, this is going to be the year when everybody else finds players that burst and show potential year 1, and then year 2 they actually establish themselves in the NFL. Let's just keep doing the cycle, fellas. Let's do it.
I mean, it's 2025, and we've been through the 6 to 7 years of Goody's track record as it pertains to drafting. And so we have a lot of evidence. We know how long that is. 6 months, 6 years is a long time. And in 6 years, Strouf's going to have a baby.
Can you believe that? Amazing what can happen in 6 years.
0% interest for 72 months from Gina Della from Pella. And in that time that you're making the investment, as I say, not paying off, making the investment into your home, Strouf's going to be twins, triplets, quadruplets. You don't even know. He might pop out a lot. We don't know, but he's going to have a kid by the time this offer and this deal and all your investments are paid up with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, because it's 0 for 72. 0 for 72. I got 0 for 60, but I'm glad I got 0 for 60. I'm even happier for KBN Nation, who's going to call 855-PELLA-WI or visit them at PELLAWI.com. Ask for Gina, ask for Joe, say KBN sent you, and they will set you up with an in-home consultation where they come to your house, explain the quality of windows, the warranty, the energy efficiency, the beauty. They will show you it all, and you can pay it off in 72 months. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. A little bit of a shift here since we're only with ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison on the airwaves. We'll be with you on digital, YouTube, Twitter, all those places you want to find us.
Love it.
Streaming. But we want to make sure everyone gets the appropriate opportunity to hear Brad out, because he's had some doozies. What was the last one?
The last one was...
Oh, you're limiting our television viewing.
On streaming TV show.
Vladimir Putin.
I stand by that one. Brilliant idea.
Vladimir Putin. Hear Brad out. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Thing has ever happened to you from a breakup? I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, no.
I don't want to talk about it.
You brought it, so I had to ask.
I ain't gonna put my old shorties on blast. But
why not? They're old shorties.
I've had
They're old shorties.
My parents listen to this show. I don't want my parents to know the craziness that I've dealt with that they son been a part of.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Are you ready to shake things up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee? All you gotta do is toss your rewards card into your favorite slots for drawing entries and a chance to be in the Roll for Riches game show. What's on the table? Oh, just $300K in cash and prizes. Play this March, and Thursday nights, you could get on a winning streak that, frankly, you deserve. Let it ride and Roll for Riches. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Vintage Brewing Company. Whether you're looking to get carry-out, delivery, or dine in, Vintage Brewing has lots of great options on their menu. Vintage Brewing Company prides themselves on being a great place to hang out and enjoy classic Midwestern hospitality. Vintage Brewing Company has multiple award-winning beers, so be sure to try one the next time you're in. Head to VintageBrewingCompany.com to make a reservation today. That's VintageBrewingCompany.com.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
The madness has arrived at Metro Ford of Madison this month. Get behind the wheel of a 2024 Ford F-150 with 3.9% APR for 66 months plus $2,000 flex buy cash, $16.86 cost per thousand borrowed. Or drive away in the 2024 Ford Escape with 1.9% APR for 66 months plus $500 flex buy cash, $15.97 cost per thousand. Don't miss out. These offers end March 31st. Head to Metro Ford of Madison or visit MetroFordofMadison.com today.
The madness is back, and so is your chance at proving your hoops knowledge. It's the ESPN Wisconsin Bracket Challenge, presented by Cousin Subs. Fill out a bracket, earn the most points at the end of the tourney, and get a $1,000 gift card to Cousin Subs. Fill out your bracket on ESPN.com or the ESPN Tournament Challenge app. Just search ESPN Wisconsin and enter the password Cousins, all lowercase. It's the ESPN Wisconsin Bracket Challenge, presented by Cousin Subs. They believe in better.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
With the next pick in the big draft, Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Dane County selects you. As we count down to the draft in Green Bay, Big Brothers and Big Sisters is also counting on you to help meet the growing demand of mentorship in our community. Become a role model, a motivator, a supporter, a positive influence. Empower the young people in our community to create a brighter future for all. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Dane County presents the Big Draft in partnership with the NFL Inspire Change. Learn how to get involved at bbbsmadison.org.
Professional volleyball is in full swing from here in Madison. Don't miss a second of the action. Cheer on Love Madison Volleyball as they make history with some of the best players in the world. Olympic medalists, NCAA All-Americans, and one of the most talented rookie classes ever. This is volleyball at its highest level. Experience the excitement yourself. Get your tickets today at lovb.com. Volleyball is the next major league.
It's a Weedman Wednesday on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Weedman for the win.
ESPN Wisconsin is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Carver's Talking text line 844-770-3776 or 800-990-3776. Call either one. We'll find a way to get you on the air. That's my saying to everyone today. But without further ado, Brad had a bad Here Brad out that Kyle loved, where he was trying to limit your television viewing on streaming services. If you're binge watching a thriller, you only get one episode and you're locked out for 24 hours. If you get 2 comedy shows for the show, that's it. 2 20-minute comedies, you're done. You're locked out for 24 hours.
Bringing families together, Brad.
Vladimir Putin, what has he got on the docket today? It's time to hear Brad out.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
All right, guys.
Ooh, you were a little early there, Ben. A little early. I wanted to marinate a little bit because you're going to want this one to marinate for a second. All right, guys. I love March Madness.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I do.
Don't try and fix it.
I love March Madness. But guys, we got to do away with the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 monikers. We got to do away with them. What are we doing celebrating the quarterfinals and the round before the quarterfinals? I mean, what other sport is there so much celebration for being so far away from the championship game? Now, the Final Four, now that is something special. Ben Brust, you were a Final Four participant. That is very hard. Win 4 games in a row against top opponents. But Sweet 16, you're talking about 2 games against likely inferior opponents. What are we doing celebrating a 16-team final when it's not even it's before the quarterfinal, and the Elite 8 is the quarterfinal? No other sport celebrates it like the NCAA tournament. It's time we do away with that. Let's focus on only the Final Four. That's only one step along the way. This is second place Brad talking, saying that celebrating the Sweet 16, celebrating Elite 8, it's so second place energy. And not only that, guys, did you know where these names came from?
Where did they
Sweet
come from?
16.
A birthday party?
No, well, close. As far as like how interesting it is.
There's a
TV show back
Sweet
in MTV.
16, or the Sweet 16 came from a Kentucky high school tournament to where they used it and they're trying to jazz things up to let things be interesting for the final 16 teams. And Elite Eight similarly came from the Illinois high school boys basketball playoffs where they went from 16 to 8, where it's like, guys, let's get excited about being the final 8. Good job, youth.
I have a problem. I understand everything you're saying.
He's hurt. He's triggered.
No, I'm not triggered.
He was aiming for a lot of Sweet 16s.
It is a benchmark of showing success. It's not. No one's hanging banners for Sweet 16.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe not like the Dukes of the world, but there's a legit celebration. Oh my gosh, the Sweet 16.
There is a celebration because that means you're still alive.
Yeah,
that means you still have a chance.
It feels
so you're
like
telling
you've
us not to celebrate.
Something. Yeah, not until you get to the Final Four. It feels like you've accomplished something, but no other playoffs.
The only thing I was
NFL,
thinking about
NBA,
as
whatever.
a senior at the University of Wisconsin, a senior, I had never been to a place where I could celebrate team success like I did if I was going to go to the Final Four. I knew, Brad, in the Elite Eight, I had never been nervous for a game in my entire life. Didn't care if it was the round of 32, Sweet 16, first round, Final Four, 80,000 people in Dallas. Wasn't nervous a single second. You know where I was pooping my pants?
Oh, wow.
The Elite Eight. I was nervous. The first 20 minutes, I was ball reversal guy, play good defense, and rebound because I didn't want to screw up. Because I know that if you lose in the Elite Eight, nobody gives a damn. It's a good
That's exactly right.
It's a good story.
That's exactly right.
But
That's
all
my
I cared
point.
about, I know, but
That's our problem.
The Final Four is we're celebrating, so you were nervous in order to achieve that. But when you get to the Sweet 16, you get to the Elite
You're
Eight,
forgotten
what have
as
you
a team
accomplished?
if you don't get to the Final Four.
Completely.
Elite Eight's just a good story.
Yeah, so do you agree with me, Ben?
Time out.
To do away with the emphasis of, Sweet 16, Elite Eight.
There is no emphasis. Right now, if you get to the Sweet 16, it's a good barometer that you have a shot to make it to the Final Four. You have a shot. You should celebrate making out, like, it's weekends, Brad. The way it's set up is it's 3 weekends. If you get out of the first weekend, you celebrate. You get out of the second weekend, you celebrate. If you're in that third weekend, that means you have a shot and you're real.
So let's do away with the name. No Sweet 16, no Elite Eight. It's the second weekend. Or the
No, it's just the
quarterfinals.
round of 64, the round of 32, the round of 16, and the round of 8.
That's right. It puts too much value on being the 16th team or the 8th team by giving him such a saucy.
This is such a minute detail to care about.
It's such a big deal. Everyone talks about the Sweet 16 or Elite 8.
I'm going to be a little vulnerable right now and actually think I'm getting sad. I'm getting sad reliving the fact that Ben just told us, he just told all of KBN Nation, he was more concerned about making it to the Final Four than actually winning a national
That's not
championship.
true.
You said you were more nervous in the Elite Eight than you were in the Final Four.
Because when you're in the Final Four and you make it, you know...
You didn't make it yet. I won a championship.
That is a wild revelation.
Can I speak without you
wild
jumping to conclusions? You're remembered forever for a Final Four, but at no point did I lose any confidence or change my mindset. I was like, we're going to win the national championship.
But here's the saddest part about this, is now you got me reliving that. I'm thinking, dang, man, Ben sitting here focused about getting to the Final Four, and then I remember how your season ended, and then I
Played
remember,
well.
No, you guys lost.
Led the team in points. It didn't affect my mindset.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about how the season ended. And that started to hurt because I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, it hurt you.
Oh, wow.
It hurt Kyle.
Because they would have played
It hurt Kyle
UConn.
more
I said, Wisconsin had a chance to win a national title.
Oh, you thought that. When Aaron Harrison shot the 3 from the left wing, I was running on the weak side to get the rebound. I was 6 for 6 from the free throw line. I had already made 6 in 80,000 people stadium. I was making number 7, number 8, and we were going to the national championship. And I was thinking 7 seed UConn. I don't care who they have. We are winning this damn game.
I got sad because then I thought about me being in a hotel room in 2015 watching that national championship game.
Do you think after they beat Duke, they had no shot, even though they were up 7 with 4 or 5 minutes left?
You said after who?
The next year.
No, I thought
because
they were
they
going
beat
to win.
Duke, you know, like, and they celebrated in a way they beat Duke. Fans were celebrating bigger for Duke than they might have after the NCAA championship.
No,
because Kentucky was undefeated.
No.
So now you're thinking what?
No, I'm just
that team wasn't focused to win a national championship game.
No, I wasn't.
Get your
thinking that.
jargon and
No,
slander out of
I
here.
was just all
Fan brain coming
it
through.
made me just remember.
Yes, I say that word a lot.
It made me just remember how sad I was during that moment. But also, let's get
terrible
back.
here, Brad out streak continues.
Wait a minute.
No more Sweet 16, no more Elite Eight. I don't want to hear those nicknames.
Brad, this is stupid.
Why?
This is elitist. This is elite Brad coming out.
No, it's
because
not.
You said it yourself.
It's not worth celebrating.
Brad, for the Milwaukee Panthers, UW Milwaukee Panthers, who still celebrate, I believe it's 2005 final Sweet 16 run they had with Bruce Pearl that basically launched Bruce Pearl's career to now his team is a 1 seed and he's trying to fight to get to a national championship game. That launched his career. The Sweet 16 means something. That means you're one of the final 16 teams left
it doesn't mean
in the country.
360 plus teams in the
it
NCAA
means
tournament.
Brad, if you are
or in the all of NCAA.
Brad, it means a lot to make it that far because that means you are one of the best teams left in the country, and especially when you're coming from a mid-major school where you're always counted out to make it out.
Football playoff, Brad.
Ben just said.
How many teams are in the college football playoff?
There's 12.
Exactly. That's like 4 away.
Ben just
from
said you're
Sweet
forgotten
16.
unless you get to a Final Four.
Some are forgotten. Not everybody should forgotten. Wisconsin, they make to a lot of Sweet
Brad's
16,
mad at the
but not.
Milwaukee Panthers and Bruce Pearl for making it to the Sweet 16 and celebrating.
Think
as
about
a team that doesn't have.
Shaka Smart. The reason why he is where he is now is because VCU made a run to the Sweet 16. Might even made it to Elite 8. Like this is what starts a lot of coaches' career. They think they did. And so
missed that on our trivia, on our over/under.
And so again, all I'm saying is this: is that Sweet 16s and Elite 8s, they do matter. Like you should celebrate that. You absolutely should celebrate
Elite
that because
8
a
and
lot of
Sweet
small
16 are the equivalent of making the college football playoff in terms of the amount of teams. There's actually more teams in NCAA because there's FBS, AA, and single
all together.
Like so, when you're looking at holistically,
and now especially that there's 12 teams, you're going to fast forward several. What teams are in those 12? I don't remember what teams are in those.
Yeah,
but guess what, Brad? You'd be celebrating that crap if you got there.
No, I'd only celebrate if I finish second. Now that's what I
Okay,
celebrate.
Now you're full of crap because you're still sad you lost every Rose Bowl game you played in, and that's not even top 16 necessarily.
We were top 16 for the record, but
okay, and you were very happy to make it to the Rose Bowl.
In
But
fact, we were top 6.
Now you're poo-pooing all the rest.
I just don't think it's worth celebrating.
Another bad here, Brad out.
Yeah, this is bad,
Kyle,
Brad.
Brust, and Nortman across
This is
ESPN
bad.
Wisconsin.
I don't think so, boys.
Brad's just a curmudgeon on the eve of when all these young kids get to make their dreams come true. This is what you're going to do. You're going to shatter what they're aiming to do. Some people are just going to be happy with a Sweet 16.
the Final Four.
There's going to be St. Peter's. Like, they got celebrated for making it to the Sweet 16.
Aim for the Final Four.
No, some teams can't, Brad. A 15 seed ain't aiming for that.
So what
They
do you
want
win?
one win.
So what do you win? Make it the Sweet 16, you win anything.
You win pride.
You don't win anything,
You
Brad.
just have
you
pride.
win
Celebrate.
the opportunity,
and
you celebrate
I
the
see
opportunity.
Sweet 16 T-shirts. I see
Oh,
Elite 8
Brad,
T-shirts.
you're terrible.
That's crazy.
I have seen Sweet 16 T-shirts, and guess what? I didn't do ever wear it. These are the Final Four shirts.
Cut the
that
nets,
Kyle's
baby.
wearing.
See, now that's something we're celebrating.
Cut the net.
Ours was net worthy.
I like that.
I like that too. That's bad here, Brad out. Punter shouldn't be able to celebrate Super Bowl wins from Marcus. I totally agree.
Oh, wow.
So you wouldn't be able to celebrate if you actually won Super Bowl 50. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Chrissy and Strouf are helping run the show throughout ESPN Wisconsin, and I'm going to tell you how you can have a strong body, a strong mind, while having a strong community at the Princeton Club. Open 24/7, free childcare with the membership, great community aspects in Madison and New Berlin. They got stuff going on in New Berlin in the summer around the pool to make sure that you can, have a good workout and hang out and meet people. They gave 60,000 meals to local pantries to help out in New Berlin. You're going to have a great time getting better with your health, having a strong mind, a strong body, while having a strong community at the Princeton Club. Take the tour and find your better tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but today. Start today to find your better tomorrow. Apparently, someone's got a chance to win something big coming up next. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, wow.
Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And make sure everyone's tuning in when we do this, because y'all's faces are going to be like,
it better be sweet.
If you think I'm going to act like that for oatmeal, you're outside your damn
You've never
mind.
had Brad Nortman's oatmeal.
It's not
But
Quaker,
I've also
is
had
it?
chocolate chip
No,
pancakes
no,
with butter
organic.
and syrup that make me go, oh, baby, oatmeal ain't going to do that.
You'll be surprised. I'm going to do a variety.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger